We just landed on the moon and
What's up guys, Josef Rakich here, and you all have questions on cryptocurrency and what is it exactly. So today I'm with the man himself, Balina. So Ian is a cryptocurrency guru. Ian, why don't you tell us, who you are and just tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name is Balina. I'm a full-time cryptocurrency angel investor. I invest in cryptocurrencies, doing this full-time, traveling the world, and I also make content around this. I've been featured in Wall Street Journal, Forbes, CNBC, from just sharing my advice. I was able to quit my six-figure day job at IBM to do this full-time, and I'm sharing my success and my system and method for free, open sourcing this to the entire world, sharing this knowledge, because I feel like if anybody's willing to put in the work, they should be able to have access to the education for free.
How did you first start investing into Bitcoin, and what's your journey so far?
So it kind of became, I was working at IBM, right? I was an enterprise executive there. I had a buddy of mine from college hit me up, say, hey Ian, can you put me in touch with the blockchain director at IBM? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what do you care about blockchain? All right, he's like, hey, I have a company building blockchain apps. I'm also launching a cryptocurrency hedge fund. And I'm like, aren't you my age? What are you doing launching a hedge fund? Right? He's like, oh, I just made some good money investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And me being an entrepreneur, being a money guy, I was like, hold up, how much money are you making?
Yeah.
Right? He told me he's making about 200% a year just holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I was currently investing in the stock market, and 20% a year was great, right? 20% annual ROI was amazing.
Yeah.
So when I heard 200%, I'm like, I have to figure this out, right?
Yeah,
My philosophy in life is to always try something out at least once before you kind of say no to it.
Yep.
Right? So that same day I signed up on a site called Coinbase.com. I went there and bought my first Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? Those were the two currencies available at that time.
Yep.
I had no idea exactly what they were or how they worked per se, but I spent $100 on Bitcoin, $100 on Ethereum. In the first month, Bitcoin went up 25%. And I'm like, wow, guys, that's pretty good, right? That's better than 1 year on a stock.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So then a month later, I doubled down. I put $250 on Bitcoin and Ethereum. In about a month and a half, it went up 30%. I'm like, guys, you know what? This is pretty good, right? But it wasn't until about 3 or 4 months in, right? I kept on adding more money, right? So I came back and I put in $2,500, right?
Yep.
I got more confident with each investment,
Yep.
right? So about 4 months in, I had a nice paycheck from IBM, right? Because I was working in sales, I had a nice commission check come in, right? So I was more confident in cryptocurrency investing. About $2,500 worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it wasn't until Ethereum doubled in a week. It was like a week and a half. It went from $20 to $40.
Wow.
And I was watching my entire charts just going up like this. I'm like, guys, I just made $2,500 in a week and a half. I'm like, this is legit. Let's start putting more into it. That's when I began following more cryptocurrency projects. Right, every single day I was following the news, trying to learn more, trying to discover other projects to invest in. And then probably 2 months later, I went to my first cryptocurrency conference.
Yep.
Right, it was a big conference. There were about 500 people there. I had a chance to meet people face to face like this. People who made their first million in crypto.
Yeah.
Having a chance to talk with them, asking questions, have dinner with them, have drinks with them, just hang out with them, meet the founders of the companies face to face.
Socialize and network.
Yeah, socialize with them, have a beer with them. Are you like, you know what, guys? This is legit. But not only that, right? The biggest thing I learned from that was I was actually already ahead of some people there, right? Because after I doubled down each month, right? I began doing more homework on each project. And I thought I was very brand new to the space. But by going to the conference, it exposed me to other people who were even more brand new to the space than I was.
Yeah.
Right, so it told me, hey, you know what? I'm still very early, and there's still a chance to make lots of money in this.
Yeah.
Right. So from there, I began just doubling down. Probably every other month or so, I'd put in money. Right. So now I've put in probably about $90,000 worth of total investment.
Yep.
Right. And in less than 12 months, that's turned to over $4 million.
That is crazy.
Right. And I mean, so
less than how long?
In less than 12 months.
In less than 12 months.
Yeah, 90 grand to over $4 million.
That's impressive.
Right.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. And it's similar to angel investing, right?
Yep.
So my strategy now is to basically leverage my edge. Everybody has a particular thing that gives them a particular advantage when it comes to investing, right? I worked at IBM working in data and analytics, so I bring a data and analytics approach to investing in what's called an ICO, which is basically initial coin offering.
Yep.
Which is basically brand new projects coming onto the market, right? So people who are trying to find the next Bitcoin, the next Ethereum, right? So it's a very brand new project. I find them and I invest in them early, right? So for example, one of my best investments to date is called ICON, which is kind of like the Korean Ethereum, right? So I invested in them back in September. I put in 20 grand in September. That 20 grand now is worth over $1.2 million in 4 months, right? So it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I mean, not everything is like that, obviously, right? You have your wins and your L's as well, right? But for the most part, if you do your homework and you find the right projects, you can make life-changing money.
Yeah.
Like life-changing money. Like I've been traveling the world, hearing stories from people. Somebody in my community in Thailand, professional poker player, right? Invested in Icon, right? He was working every single day, 8 to 5, playing poker.
Yeah.
But after investing in Icon, he's now able to breathe. He can relax, right? Because he's made enough money to not have to work for 1 or 2 years or even longer, right? And I met somebody here who invested in Icon as well, right?
Yeah.
He's able to retire his mom from that.
Yeah.
Right. So hearing all these stories from real people as I travel, right? I mean, this space is just blooming right now, and I feel this space. Once people get more exposure to this space, they'll start to believe like this space is legit.
A big question I get is Bitcoin legit or is it a scam?
Yeah,
what's your opinion? What's your take on that?
I mean, so I personally cannot say Bitcoin is a scam. I think it's so legit. I mean, I was able to quit my 6-figure job at IBM. I was working at IBM for 4 years, a very good company, but this whole space, right, the technology is the biggest disruption since the internet itself, right? Because I believe in the technology itself. I also believe in cryptocurrency as well, because that's a byproduct of the technology.
Yep.
Right? And I met so many people face to face. I've been traveling the world, right? I'm here in Auckland, New Zealand. I'm going to Australia. I'm going to Korea. I've been to Japan. I'm going to India. I've been around the world. And the
Just
people
came from Thailand?
They just came from Thailand. The people I meet all over the world are very smart people, some of the smartest people in the world.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think people are that stupid to fall for something that's a scam, right? So I think people who say it's a scam don't really grasp the technology or know how it works, and don't also understand how people are investing and making money in this, right? So for me, I became a millionaire from this, right? This is the fastest transfer of wealth in human history, right? I mean, in less than 1 year, I became a millionaire from cryptocurrency investing to the point where I'm able to quit my 6-figure job and do this full time. I mean, does that sound like a scam to you? Right? I mean, so, I mean, I'm living and breathing this every single day. That's why I share this online through my channels, right? Because I want to show people that this is legit. This is as real as it gets, right? And I think people are kind of hesitant initially. I was as well when I first got in. I was kind of nervous, not sure if this was legit or not. But after a while, I had what I call my coming to Jesus crypto moment. Right? It took me about 3 or 4 months after buying some Bitcoin, some Ethereum. After a while, I was like, you know what, guys? This is really it. That's when I kind of went all in.
So Ian, someone new to cryptocurrency and wanting to get in, how does one go about buying into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency?
So the easiest place for a beginner to buy Bitcoin is on a site called Coinbase.com. It's basically known as an exchange. You go there and you can either buy with your bank account with dollars, pound, whatever right, whatever currency your country works in, right? Or you can buy with a credit card as well. Right, and you basically convert it, and they give you in exchange for fiat, it's called, right, which is basically anything that is a paper money, basically, right? Dollars, yen, whatever, in exchange for Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever other cryptocurrencies are available. Right. So Coinbase.com is the easiest place to buy. It's not what I would recommend once you kind of get more advanced, more seasoned, right? Because they charge you because you're paying a premium for an easier user experience.
Right, I see.
Right, because it's more newbie friendly.
Yep.
Right, what I personally use is a site called gdax.com. GDAX.com. It's also owned by Coinbase, but it's more for traders and professional investors. Right, because there you're dealing more with the market. You have to find and fill market orders, right? But they charge you less fees. They charge you about 0.25% fees. Well, on Coinbase, they charge you 3 to 4% fees, right? Now, for me, because since I invest a lot, when I transfer, Coinbase and GDAX take a while to transfer money. Could be 3 to 5 business days, right? But I just pay extra to do a same-day wire transfer, so I'll just wire 10, 20 grand to them same day.
Yep.
right? So that's a lot faster. That can probably process in about 4 or 5 hours, right? So because in crypto, 4 or 5 hours could be a huge chance to make money, a huge chance to lose money, right? So I would say Coinbase.com, Gemini.com is also an exchange available, right? That's also more for professional traders. I mean, and you can figure it out as well, right? So if you want to save money on fees, I would recommend those two: Gemini.com, Coinbase.com. You go there, you buy your Bitcoin, you buy your Ether, which is the currency for Ethereum, right? And for those who don't know, right, Bitcoin is king, right? Bitcoin is the biggest, most popular cryptocurrency, and everything else outside of Bitcoin is called an altcoin, which means alternative coin, right? So altcoins have their own separate exchanges for the most part, right? Because when you're going into crypto, you have to convert your money, your dollars, into either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Then you take that to an altcoin exchange and you buy out the other small alts, right? So it's kind of like going to a brand new country, right? You go to the currency exchange, you exchange your dollars to that country's currency, right? Then you can go shopping and do all kinds of stuff with it, right? So same thing with our crypto.
How can you make money in cryptocurrency investing?
All right, so I'll give you two strategies, right, for people who are brand new to cryptocurrency investing. One is a more passive approach to investing. The other is a more aggressive, active approach to investing, right? The passive approach to investing is, I would recommend you go to a site called coinmarketcap.com, right? And just it will basically go and show you all the available cryptocurrencies out there, right? There are over 1,300 currencies available. But as a beginner, you don't have to worry about all of them. You can sort them by which ones are most popular, which ones have the most amount of users, transactions, right? So just go on there and I would invest in the top 10. Right? So let's say you have $1,000. I would just put $100 in each top 10 currency. And just hold that portfolio for a while. Come back a year later, I'm pretty sure you'll be up. Right? That's kind of the lazy, safe approach. Right? The approach I do, and the approach which has brought me success and my audience success, is to find the new coins, right? These are called ICOs, initial coin offerings, right? So I basically bring what's known as a fundamental analysis approach to evaluating these new coins. I check for things such as, do they have a product, right? Is there progress in terms of a prototype, an MVP, an alpha, a beta? Then I check for the team. Is there a good team backing that project? I call this an all-star team, right? Do they have prior experience working for well-known companies like Facebook, Google, or Amazon? Do they have all-star advisors, other well-known people in that space? Do they have any blockchain expertise, or people who have worked on well-known open source projects, right? Then I also go through and see how, I call this token metrics, right, to kind of get technical, right, to see how their token supply, how many coins are available, right? Are they scarce, or are they infinite, where anybody can just buy it, right? It kind of devalues the coin, right? Then I see the price, right? How high the cap is, the room for growth, what the growth potential is for that coin or project, right? And I take all this into account and create a scoring system to grade these new ICOs, or these new coins, right? And I invest in them based off of that, right? So that's how I'm able to catch the icon, right? Because sure, some people have missed Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, they're still growing, but the growth is not as high as the brand new coins like the icons that helped me turn 20 grand to over $1 million in just 4 months. I mean, sure, you could have done that with Ethereum a while back, but if you're brand new, you're kind of late to that party. So you kind of want to find more of the new Ethereum, the new Bitcoin, right, before it goes there. So I focus on ICO investing, and it's more of looking at the fundamentals of the project. And I share all my research available online for free with my audience. I have a spreadsheet, which has kind of gone viral right now, right? Where I just go through, and every single day I rank my top new coins. And people have just kind of begun to trust me, because our community as a whole has done very well from investing in my spreadsheet, right? Because in the last 3 months, actually, last month and a half, we've had 3 new coins do 50x return, right? So, which is unheard of in this community, to have like 3 coins we invested in go over 50x. What does that mean? That means over 5,000% return in a month. All right? So, I mean, and we're not just one-hit wonders. We had 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And we're about to have a 4th one, right? So our system is on fire right now, right? And we're doing all this for free. Like, we're not trying to make money on this, just trying to educate people and help people just transform their lives.
For everyone out there watching, how can someone learn more about cryptocurrency investing?
So I recommend two sources.
Yep.
Right. The first one is go on news sites, right? Sites like CoinDesk.com.
CoinDesk, yep.
Yeah, and CoinTelegraph.com.
Cointelegraph,
They're
yep.
basically kind of like the TechCrunch or the CNBC or CNET for reading cryptocurrency news. So just go there and just kind of see what the news is every single day, just kind of learn. That's how I learned initially.
Yep.
Right? Then the second thing is go out there and get some books on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, just to understand the space, the history, where it's from, where it's going. Right? So one book I read that I loved is called Digital Gold.
Yep.
Right, it's by a New York Times New York Times writer. Very, very good book. It gave me the history, right? So initially when I was just kind of testing out the waters on Coinbase, right, just buying $250, $100, whatever in Bitcoin, I was also I was going out there and educating myself even more, right? So I read that book. I also read a second book called The Age of Cryptocurrency. Right? Those were two really good books that gave me more confidence in this space, right? So once I was better educated, I was able to take larger investments because now I actually believed in this space, right? So I'll definitely recommend those two books: Age of Cryptocurrency, Digital Gold, and those two sites, CoinDesk.com and CoinTelegraph.com.
So true, knowledge is power.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the more you learn, the more you earn.
Oh yeah, right. So now knowledge is money. Right?
Yeah. Ian, so thank you very much for giving us your knowledge on this cryptocurrency. I really appreciate your time. Now, for anyone out here that wants to learn more and wants to go and follow Ian Balina on social media, Ian's on everything, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Diary of a Made Man. So if you want to go follow Ian and learn more from the man himself, the cryptocurrency guru, just check the description box. All links are down there. Definitely you want to follow this guy. Again, thank you for your time, Ian.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. To the moon, guys.
To the moon.
Blood, sweat, and tears on this trail like a Cherokee. Business had a mission like Apollo and so heavenly. Mercy, Allah, go, Argalado.